तमोधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
That is new, no? Normally you don't say this.
No, for the talk I do.
Achha.
For the talk I do. So I explained this in the group also for Guru Purnima. So who is the first Guru? Adi Guru is Shiva. So he is Sadashiva. Samarambham, beginning. Sadashiva Samarambham. Shankaracharya Madhyamam. In our Advaita tradition. In the tradition, Advaita meaning what is Advaita? What is Advaita? What is Dvaita? What is Do?
Dual.
Two. Dvaita is dual.
Dual.
So what is dual? Dual is me and God. I am different from God. So when I am different from God, it is Dvaita. What is Advaita? There is no duality. Me and God are the same. So when I look at you, when you look at her, you are looking at God within each other. I have said this I think earlier when I explained Namaste. Correct? When I am doing Namaste, what I am doing is the divinity in me is connecting with the divinity in you. When divinity and divinity are connected, there is no true divinity. There is only one divinity. So there is no dualism. So in the Advaita tradition, it was Shankaracharya who, how many years ago? 1300 years ago? Correct? Shankaracharya. Asmad Acharya, Asmad, my Acharya. My Acharya Paryantam. Paryantam up to this. Asmad Acharya Paryantam. Vande Guru Parampara. To all the Gurus in this entire lineage, you are saluting. So which means what? Anybody who has given me some knowledge by which I have become better, I am saluting them. Even could be a child. My child, anybody's child. A small child born also can teach me something. That by crying at the time of birth, I am connecting with duality. That if I cry, I will be satisfied. If I don't cry, nobody will pay attention to me. Child also teaches us. So today's our topic is it's natural. What's natural? What's natural? Supposing somebody is asking, we are all here sitting here, and somebody is asking doctor or Sangeeta some opinion about some gynecological issue, and then they will give an answer. It's natural. They are experts in that field. So it's natural. She is into wellness. So somebody is asking her a question about wellness. She will answer. And you will say, Sujata ne bola. It's natural. So that which we accept as natural for somebody to do because it is their normal trait. It is their normal quality. There is nothing unusual, nothing different about them doing that. So you say natural. Why do you say natural? It is part of their nature. It is part of their nature. Supposing somebody were to bring me one trial balance and you say, sir, ये देखो जरा इसमें कुछ है क्या सही है गलत है क्या है देखो करके बोलेगा, and I will answer, it's natural because I have done that 30-40 years I have been doing that, so it's natural. So you say that is the nature of the person. You talk to somebody at home, you talk to somebody. Let's say for example my son, and my son is prone to getting angry. तो उसको कुछ बोलने से पहले, I'm not saying my son is angry, but I'm just saying giving an example. So उसको कुछ बोलने से पहले क्या सोचेंगे? अरे इसको बोलूँ कि नहीं? ये गुस्सा करेगा. Because it is his nature to get angry. So we avoid. Now many of you are saying, सर को बोलेगा, सर को गुस्सा आएगा. हालांकि मैं तो कभी तुम लोगों को भी गुस्सा किया नहीं है, but you think it is against my nature to unnecessarily get angry now. But my nature 20 years ago was, this is all I needed to get angry. This is all I needed to get angry. So my mother, my siblings and all used to say, Suresh को नहीं बोलने का, उसको गुस्सा आएगा. Now gussa aayega at that time, probably it was the nature of my behavior at that point in time, which is not the case now. But that tradition has passed. Even today people think that Suresh gussa aayega. I do get annoyed, I do disagree when something is not right. Something is not right and you say this is not right, it's perfect. That's a normal human behavior. That's how people must behave. So nature of a person is something that we perceive as the quality of that person at any given situation. This is how that person will behave. And we say that that is the nature of that person. And in Hindi we say Swabhavik hai. It is natural. Swabhavik hai. And where is the Swabhavik hai comes from? Where does Swabhavik come from in Hindi? Swabhava. What is Swabhava? Swa, mind. Bhava, emotion. Chair. You can pull up two chairs and sit together. तुम लोग अलग अलग ऐसे सब बैठो, आराम से बैठो, आराम से बैठो. इधर सब फ्री है. I just put it for convenience. No problem. So Swabhava becomes Swabhava. So Swa, mind, Bhava, emotion, the way I respond to a given situation, the way I respond to a given thought which comes to me, so that becomes my Swabhava. So my Swabhava is one, your Swabhava is one, yours is one, yours is one, yours. Everybody has a Swabhava. So in Tamil, all of us understand Tamil. So we say, avan Swabhavam appadithan. We say that the general statement is, avanoda Swabhavam appadithan. So which means what? That is his nature. That is how he will respond in a given situation. Why? And when you say like that about somebody, for example, if I am saying like that about my brother, my child, or my somebody in my family, avanoda Swabhavam appadithan. When I say that, does it say anything about my Swabhavam? No. Because in that situation, what would I have done? If it warrants that person getting angry, would I in the same situation confronted have become angry the same way? Lesser or more? We don't know. We don't know. When you are provoked, only your response will be known. When you are confronted with the situation, only you will know how you respond. And how many times have we come across this, this regret, I won't say, but this thought, hey, why did I behave like that? We always say, why did he behave like that? Why did she behave like that? How many times we have thought without admitting? Without admitting. We will not admit because it is, how can I say, I did something wrong? But how many times have we thought, hey, why did I behave like that? I shouldn't have done that. Correct? So that is also a part of our nature, but we don't admit it freely. So today we are discussing, and it is interactive. I want us to, because this is a common problem for everybody. Common problem for everybody. So we will have why behavioral transitions happen. Behavioral transitions meaning, at this moment I am angry. You are thinking he is angry. I am saying, how are you? What, you were angry 2 minutes ago. I am now in a position to say that anger is a tool.
Anger is a
Tool. When do you get angry? Rajni and I have encountered this many times when I go out somewhere in some place. I shout at somebody for some unjust thing, unfair thing, and she will think that, she will tell me also, why are you getting angry? Fair enough. That moment I am angry, but a little later, that is gone. That is how you should be able to transition from one thought process, one behavior, to what should be equanimity is a part of our nature. So I now look at anger as a tool. When you have to get angry, because that is the need of the time, do that, finish it off. Sometimes without anger also it can be done to you. So these are, I am giving anger as an example, behavioral transitions. Right quality makeup needed in all of us. What is the right quality makeup? We have to build the right quality. Always, human tendency is to always look at something incorrect about somebody else. It is our tendency. We never say something incorrect about me that may need correction. Sometimes when we have to reflect in a relationship which is very, very important to us, the relationship is very important to us, Then we climb down. We climb down saying that, okay, the other person's relationship with me is more important than my thinking of the moment. So we climb down. So we are in a position to step back from a preconceived thought process that this is how I want it to be. This is right thing. What you are saying is not right. What I am saying is right. Now this right and wrong between. What is the situation will determine what is right. My right will not be always your right. My right is your left. That is how we are sitting. Because my right is your left. So there is something which is left between us. Always the case. So that quality build-up which is required. And third, behavior-driven conflicts in relationships. Because of this, because we behave the way we behave. Correct? So now in what I have said, I am setting this context of what we are talking today. Any thoughts that come across from any of you? Welcome. Any thoughts? Audio will be captured, video will not be captured because video is at me. Because I want that. I want you to ask questions on what do you think? Why anything that comes across in what is swabhava? Yeah?
On this third point, that behavioral driven conflicts in relationships, I personally feel, maybe I'm right or wrong, that people come from different mental makeup, with different childhoods, especially as a spouse and wife, like completely different, family background and different conditions. That I feel is very instrumental because how your mental makeup is in your first initial 20 years, 25 years till you're married, and then when you set up a family, there's always some difference in thought process. Especially, again, it's my thought again, when it's an intercaste or a different.
Whatever, between spouses,
Yeah.
Anything.
Different
Between
people.
spouses it happens. Yeah.
So that is a very instrumental because I feel the childhood pattern, it is a very important factor. How a person has dealt with in their first 20 years also comes across as their post life nature. Like you said, you used to get triggered 20 years back. Now if I approach you, you're a much more approachable person. But that's what I feel. It's a more of a mental makeup.
So you're saying this about spouse because they're coming from two different backgrounds.
Yeah.
What happens between siblings?
Exactly. They are also how you behave to a particular situation.
In the same situation, with the same set of parents, in the same house, in the same surroundings, with the same set of family problems, can you say that me and my sibling will behave the same way?
No.
Because
Yeah, fingers are like this.
siblings are exactly the same. It is our karma, the past life karma. We believe the past life karma because we are from that upbringing. That we are born to the same parents. But we have come to exhaust our own unfulfilled tendencies, vasanas, desires, whatever it is. Something is unfulfilled. Why are you here and why are half a dozen other people not here? Whatever may be their compulsion. Rain, taxi, distance, Sunday afternoon nap, whatever may be the reason. There is something which brought you to listen to me. There is something which brought me to talk to you. So there is something there, no? That need not be the case with my sibling. Because their past meaning not the past in this life, the past which has come as a carry forward baggage is different from mine. But we have come under one umbrella to exhaust our whatever are the tendencies, whatever are the desires, under one umbrella. But after sometimes what happens is that umbrella becomes small. Because number of people under the umbrella grow. So then you start going out. That's what happens, no? You start becoming a part of a joint family. Then you set up individual nuclear families. So the umbrella, after sometimes what happens? The umbrella is empty. Natural, the transition of life. The umbrella becomes empty because parents are gone. Umbrella becomes empty. Then you have different umbrellas. This is how life evolves for everybody. So that is very natural. That's very natural. Swabhavik hai. Accept it. Because that which is swabhavik, you are in a position to accept it. But what if it is a swabhava which you are not able to accept because you feel it is not right? Something is wrong. Why is he always on a fuse? छोटा सा फटाकड़ी डालेगा तो पूरा एटम बम की तरह फटता है. क्यों? Correct? I'm giving again anger as an example. Why? So we have to look at that. Now we will move ahead. There are great lessons in human behavior from films and film songs. Do you agree?
Yes, yes.
So we'll start with that. But we all of us have to participate. Okay? Because it's easy to connect. Easy to connect. ऐसा क्यों हूँ मैं ऐसा ही हूँ मैं जैसा हूँ मैं वैसा क्यों हूँ. So why am I the way I am? His question. Now if you watch the movie, what is the movie? He is aimless. He is aimless.
Yes.
So now an aimless guy to whom everybody is saying तू कुछ करता क्यों नहीं है? अच्छा तू क्या कर रहा है? MBA कर रहा है. मैं MBA का फॉर्म भरा. किधर अमेरिका में कर रहा है? स्टैनफोर्ड का फॉर्म भरा. Because I can afford to do that. तू क्या कर रहा है? मैं बिजनेस कर रहा हूँ. ओके मैं MBA छोड़ दिया. अभी बिजनेस करने को जाएगा. पापा का बिजनेस करने को जाएगा. तू क्या कर रहा है? मैं आर्मी में ज्वाइन किया. हाँ किधर मिलता है फॉर्म? ऑनलाइन ये साइट में निकल के भर दिया. So this because you yourself do not have an aim, you start running after anything which is set as a benchmark by somebody else. And finally, in this movie, he reaches his luck. He says, I have to capture that peak. Then he identifies one goal. That is my goal. So, like that, all of us, in some way or the other, were aimless when we were out of school.
Especially the teenage
Especially 10th, 11th and all, you have to
generally
decide
your
what to
parents
do.
come and ask
And
you,
most times the parents decide,
Oh.
girl, arts college. Boy, commerce college. Good boy, science college. Very good girl, science college. That was our culture at that time. But today, Priyanka, our daughter, wonderful example for this transition from one field of education to another field of education. When she was in school, 8th and 9th and all, she used to watch Rajini was a teacher at that time. She wanted to become a teacher. But she was a good student. So, idea was that I should become a teacher. Then I had to go to the best arts college. The best arts college was Xavier's. So I said, I will not go to anybody for a recommendation or a favor. On merit, you enter Xavier's, you are free. On merit, she just walked into Xavier's. So she said at that time she was going to do probably, end up becoming a teacher. As she was there, she said, no, I will do journalism. She was in Xavier's, surrounding is good. She said, I will do journalism. Sometime around the 12th standard, she says, no, I don't want to continue in this. I want to do architecture. So she appeared for architecture. She passed architecture, the entrance exam. She passed out well from 12 and did her architecture. As she was doing her architecture, she says, I want to do CA.
But how did you all, both of
We
you
welcomed it. We said, whatever you want to do, you do, we will support you.
No, they will not listen.
The age is such, they will not listen. It is better that you accept it, that you want to do
Listen to
it.
anybody.
So she wrote her entrance exam. She cleared it in the first attempt. Then she should have, what she should have done? Signed her articles and gone on to do intern. She says, no, I don't want to do CA. I want to do architecture.
back?
But no, she was already doing architecture. She dropped out of architecture. She finished her architecture. Then she said, I don't want to work as an architect. Just imagine the transition which happens to people. And this is just one example of something which I can easily identify. She finished her architecture. Then she went to teaching.
Oh, first one.
Fashion वो रह जाता है.
She went to teaching. She was in teaching for 4 years. Now she is looking after business. So what happens? Any mind that this is a conflict for any mind. So what happens is, there are things which we are good at. Like for example, all of you see me. I am talking to you today. Otherwise I am conducting my classes, singing classes. I am writing. Otherwise, if there is a need for any of my old clients for any consultation, I go and consult them. No, there are multiple things that I am doing. And today if you look at me, singing takes a major part of my time. But there was a time when I used to do many more things. So what is happening is that there are many qualities in us, many talents in us. I won't say qualities, many talents in us. Now all those talents can find expression if you pursue them. With determination, if you pursue them, they can all find expression. I think in one of my talks, I mentioned about the multi-potentialite. Multi-potentialite meaning a person who has multiple potentials. Now the question is, if you start going, अच्छा अभी मैं एक काम करता हूँ, इधर वो तिरुपति का बार्बर देखा है?
आधा
तिरुपति का बार्बर देखा है?
आधा आधा
You may not, 10 जन को बैठा के रखेगा. Now there are about 100 barbers. Each of them will have about 10-12 people sitting in front of them. Okay. Now these are, I am talking about the free barbers, not the paid barbers. Free barbers को खाली टिप देना पड़ता है. You don't need to make any payment. और 10-12 जन बैठे रहेंगे. वो क्या करेगा? पहले जन का इतना काटेगा. फिर दूसरे जन का इतना काटेगा. तीसरे जन का इतना काटेगा. Then he will make sure that all the 10 of them are with only little bit hair removed. Now he cannot get up and go in that condition to somebody else. So he will come back and do, so that all the 10 of them will be sitting, because he is expecting tips from all of them. So ऐसा नहीं करने का. This is not what I am saying. This is not what I am saying. But when you are at one, for example, when I am in my music class, other than the fact that in between I may give you one or two anecdotes about life, I don't talk anything else. When I am here, other than the time when we talk about songs, I don't do anything else. So when you are doing something, your focus must be entirely on that. When you are needle, threading a needle.
अंदर जाएगा
एक हाथ बंद करके ही जाएगा, नहीं तो नहीं जाएगा. फिर थोड़ा तभी जाएगा. That is true. Your focus must be like that. So that is Lakshya. Albert Pinto को गुस्सा क्यों आता है? It was a movie. Nasruddin Shah and Shabana Azmi. Correct. Damsharax में famous है. Now this character is like this. He is working in a mill. He is a worker, okay. I would put it like that. And he wants to become rich and famous. Because he thinks rich and famous people are extraordinary. So, even though he may be doing some service like a work for them, he is always, very endeared towards these rich people. So उनका खुशामद करता है, उनके जैसा बनना चाहता है, उनके जैसा कपड़ा पहनने का है, जितना पैसा होगा उतने उसमें से उनके जैसा कपड़ा पहनने का है. Then after some time, his father who is working in the same mill, and those who are protesting, workers में बाकी लोग जो लेबर स्ट्राइक तो वो टाइम पे कॉमन था ना, तो जो प्रोटेस्ट करते थे उनको बोलता था तुम लोग प्रोग्रेस के खिलाफ हो, तुम लोग उनका मतलब जो प्रोग्रेस होता है उसको खराब कर रहे हो करके उनसे झगड़ा करता था. His father who was working in the mill was a part of a group of protesters in one mill where the employer was again was an oppressor. तभी उसको पता चला कि यार ये तो दुश्मन तो ये मेरे साथ वाले काम करने वाले नहीं है, दुश्मन तो वो मिल ओनर है जो इनका खून चूस रहा है. So you shift your allegiance from one to another, and for anything and everything he used to get angry. So he shifted his anger from the workers towards the end of the movie, workers to the owner, the capitalist. That is the nature of the. So what happens is now the anger redirects itself to the right place. All this while their anger was directed at the wrong place. Albert Pinto का गुस्सा ऐसा. Now this was a beautiful Tamil movie, original movie. This Sheila Nerangalil, Sheila Manidargal. It was a book written by one wonderful novelist. Originally it came as an old movie where Lakshmi was the actor, and then it was a story about she being sexually exploited and then she grows. That was the story. But the second version came a few years earlier. In that version, they're talking about 4 people with 4 different characters, 4 different quality, but totally unrelated to each other. Totally unrelated to each other. मतलब अलग-अलग quality, अलग-अलग behavior. They came together because of an accident where in some way or the other all of them were involved. And each of them was dealing with that accident and the trauma of that accident in a different way. Each of them was affected, but each of them was dealing with it in a different way. How human behavior in the same circumstance can be different. Sheila Nerangalil, Sheila Manidargal. That is how it was. So now we will do some singing.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
So now you tell me the meaning of the words. किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार. So somebody is happy, you fall in love with that person for that happiness. किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार. So if you share somebody's pain, oh, it's the greatest joy. All you're doing is sharing. So somebody is telling you something about, some painful episode that they're undergoing. What you will do?
Listen. Just listen.
No, you're saying they should listen, but do you always listen? Do you always listen? We always listen with an idea that we have to respond.
Correct.
Correct? Why? The response need not be to that person. Response may be about another person who has hurt him or her. For example, Kavita and Chitra. I hope never happens. Now Chitra is coming and telling me Kavita did this, Kavita did this. Now I am listening. It's okay. But I am listening and telling her, no, Kavita is bad. How can she behave like that? I stand in a judgment about how Kavita behaved with Chitra. Not knowing the situation, not knowing their relationship, not knowing how the circumstances were. And invariably, the person who's in pain will always talk about somebody else being the one responsible. How many times do we think that in some way have I contributed?
50%.
Not necessary. You can't. There is no benchmark. There is no benchmark of 50%. Somebody is somewhere responsible. It could be a simple sentence which I have said innocently, which can hurt you. Innocently, I must have said, you have perceived a picture about me from that, and you have not told me, and you went and told her. So he's talking like that. This is what he's thinking, and she is also thinking. Sir is like that. Sir is like that. Nothing. I don't even know what I said. I don't even know what I said. So what happens? Without clarity about what has happened, we start judging people. It is the easiest thing in the world to do. Easiest thing in the world to do is judging people. Swabhavik hai. Chalo, one more song.
खुशबू देता है, सावन सावन देता
Go
है,
ahead.
जीना उसका जीना है, जो लोगों जीवन देता है.
Madhuban,
Khushbu.
a pleasant garden with flowers. Khushbu deta hai. Sagar, sawan deta hai. Because of sagar water evaporating, you get sawan. Correct? So, when somebody is sacrificing something, somebody else is benefiting. So, there is a sacrifice involved by something or somebody for me to benefit.
Yes.
How many times do we remember that? We don't remember that. So, जीना उसका जीना है जो औरों को जीवन देता है. So, in whatever actions we do, there has to be some paropakara. Para, upakara. Para, other. Upakara, help. In whatever we do, there has to be something which is going to somebody else. When you give, you get. When I get, I will not give. Ayyo, wow. Whatever you are giving has already come to you from somebody else. Knowledge, money, fame is all come to you from somebody. Who are you to keep it here? Give it away. When you give it away, you will get more. When you get more, you give more. That simple logic. How many times we remember?
लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना,
Because our
So
biggest
applicable.
so our biggest problem is उसने ऐसा बोला क्यों बोला the example which I told you सर ने ऐसा बोला so she tells you कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे कुछ तो सर कहेंगे सर का काम है कहना छोड़ो बेकार की simple correct so you understand many times we give undue importance to things which affect us and make ourselves more important than what is required. We make ourselves more important than what is required. अपने आप को बहुत ज़्यादा इज्जत देते हैं. छोड़ो ना. Because we think what's the use? What's the use? उसने बोल के वो तो चला भी गया. उसको याद है कि नहीं?
बोल के चला
उसको याद है क्या मालूम नहीं. And you are living in the pain of something said by somebody about something which may or may not affect you. Even if it affects you, it can affect you only as long as it is giving. You are giving it a chance to affect you. You don't give it a chance. Go ahead.
So this point you are talking about strangers. Now someone who
Even with your own son. Your own son. Same
you
thing.
feel hurt, no? Sir?
Yeah, because of relationship.
That's
The hurt is because of your
Then
relationship.
that situation, how do we handle? So the pain remains in your heart. No?
You allowed it to me.
Okay.
See.
So that time also we should just.
See, understand one thing.
Expectation.
How long is your son your son? Till lifetime. But how long does it take for your son to become an independent individual? In American society, 16. Now she had 14. Correct? Now she had 14. In our society, 16. Granted, by 18, by 20, the child is capable of taking their own decisions. You are only interested in their welfare. How were we when we were 16 and 20 and 18? Yeah, our circumstances were different. Struggle was a constant part of our life. So we struggled, but when we were old enough to understand, we understood responsibility also. We understood what we needed to do for our life also. We were doing it, no? So what is wrong in what they are doing? Yeah, if there is a wrong choice they are making, we can only become counsel. We can only counsel for making sure that they don't end up in the wrong, in the wrong place, in the wrong direction. That's all we can do, and that mostly applies to teenagers today. So it is important for us to keep our equilibrium. It is important that we should not get hurt, because the moment we are hurt, we will respond with hurt. You can only give what you have. If I have money, I can give money. If I have knowledge, I can give knowledge. If I have music, I can give you music. If I have pain, I can only give you pain. Well,
I don't want to talk anything about politics at all here, but I was very amazed at the way our PM responded to the kids. One line that I forgive you.
Yeah.
It was such a big feeling. I mean, even I would be hurt if somebody goes on telling bad things about me, as a natural reaction. But for him to still say that, whether he meant it, not meant it, I'm not getting into that also. But the main thing he said was, I forgive them as their teenagers, their children who said something very bad about me. I just want to forget the whole thing and forgive. It was a very, very big.
okay, I just want to give you an example here. Have you observed a drunkard on the road blabbering something or the other? Drunkard or somebody who's lost his mind, walking the road and talking something or the other. How many of us listen to them? Can he hear himself? No, he can hear himself.
He can.
Because he is articulating something on the assumption that he is saying it to somebody who is invisible to him at that moment. Invisible to us, but visible to him. Correct? But he is listening. So when these kind of abuses do come like that, forget about whether...
Maybe it's from the heart, no? What is
Whatever it is, ma'am, what I'm saying is, whether somebody else hears or not, he is listening, he is hearing, no? So the people who are abusing, they are also hearing, no? It is going into their psyche also, no? Somewhere or the other, down the years, they will have their family, they will have their children. At that point in time, they will think, why did I behave like this? why did I behave like this? Regretfully or what can I say? Or just like that for the sake of it. Why did I behave like that? They may not admit it to somebody because it is, how can I say I was wrong? The biggest crime in the world. You cannot admit that you are wrong. That's a problem.
But do politicians they admit that at some point
I mean, as Kavita said, I don't want to go to politics as such. It is a human trait in understanding how you must respond with crowd psychology. Now, in a crowd psychology, if you also start the same thing, then it becomes a slanging match. It becomes a slanging match. You say A, I say B. You say C, I say D. Then you say AB, I say CD. This goes on, no? There is no end to this. Now, if you are saying what you're saying and I don't respond, I don't react, I don't give you ammunition for continuing it, then you will be frustrated. You will be frustrated. अरे ये तो आ ही नहीं रहा झगड़े के लिए, मैं क्या करेगा अभी? मैं तो सोच के रखा था, ये आएगा तो मैं मारेगा.
But always it's not good to keep silent process.
You act in a different way, no?
Okay.
See, what is your destination? Your destination is your happiness.
Correct.
Your happiness. Your destination is not to make me feel sorry about myself. That's not your destination. Your destination is your happiness. Why are you digressing from there? By making me feel regretful, are you going to be happy? You're only going to bloat your ego. I made him feel something. But does it make you happy? That moment. And if I don't feel remorse, if I don't feel regret, देखो कितना ढीठ है, समझ में नहीं आता इसको. Then you will go about your life. Without doing any of that, go about your life. Without doing any of that, you go about your life. You will be on your path. Every one of us is in the same path. We are only in the path of finding our happiness. We are not in any other path. हम लोग कोई किसी का झगड़ा रास्ते में नहीं है. And all, unfortunately, unknown to all of us, we are all walking the same path. We are all walking the same path. It may be possible you are 2 steps ahead of me or 3 steps behind me. She may be 1 kilometer ahead of me. Somebody will be 10 kilometers behind me. But we are on the same path. You've seen villages, correct? Big villages, छोटा village है. मेरा गांव में एक छोटा village है, एक ही रास्ता है. But big villages like Kalpati, big villages. I mean Palakkad and things. Big villages. Big villages have many roads. Now you see all those roads. Finally, some way or the other will lead to the temple. You go this way, you go this way, you go that way, you go from the back, all of them will go to the temple. Destination is the temple for everybody. Why? Because in temple who's there? God is there. Why God is there? Because when I go to Him, I can hopefully say thank you, or most times say Innata. So you go there only, no? So your destination, no matter whatever is the path that you choose, no matter whichever is the turn that you have chosen, ultimately the destination is the same. We all want only happiness. So why do you want to digress? उधर का रास्ता छोड़ के ये चल रहा है, मैं उसको खींचेगा, फिर बाद में मैं मेरे रास्ते में जाएगा, क्या करेगा? There is no need, ना? Go, be happy. If you allow something to affect you, it will affect you. If you don't allow it to affect you, it will not affect you. Simple. तो ये सिंपल है, लेकिन प्रैक्टिस में लाना मुश्किल है. प्रैक्टिस में कैसे प्रैक्टिस करेंगे? छोटे छोटे चीज. प्रैक्टिस इन स्मॉल थिंग्स. अरे आई एम सक्सेसफुल. प्रैक्टिस इन समथिंग बिगर. अरे आई एम सक्सेसफुल. अरे क्या बात है, कुछ भी आने दो. That attitude will build. That's what happens. So we were on कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. So at that point in time, we are saying दुखी, कुछ तो लोग करें, इसके लिए हम लोग क्या है? दुखी है. This is another lesson. गाओ.
What is that?
जीवन मेरे सुन मेरा कहना, जहाँ नहीं रहना
चैना वहाँ नहीं रहना दुखी मन मेरे. So this lesson, how many times we will remember this lesson? जहाँ नहीं चैना वहाँ नहीं रहना. Correct? So when we are in a place of distress, when we are in a place of anguish, we want to remain in that distress. We want to remain in that anguish and say, I am anguished, I am distressed, I am sad. निकलो वहाँ से. निकलने का choice अपने पास है. That I don't want to be tied down to that. But unfortunately, what happens is we feel a sense of ownership to that pain. Beautiful sentence. I think this is Swami Chinmayananda's words. Grief is the state of mind created by the absence of objects of one's liking. Now put all of them together. The object of my liking could be a person, could be a thing, could be a situation, is absent. So that is absent. So what is the state of my mind?
Grief.
And this is called Arjuna syndrome. Arjuna was in grief because the grandfather, my uncle, my guru, my brother, my. He was in grief. Then Krishna gave him Gita Upadesha. So that is how it happened. So from that state of mind, he became the champion, the warrior that we know him as. So that is the state of mind. Grief is a state of mind created by the absence of objects of one's liking. Finished. Simple. So आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now this, I have shared this with all of you. I don't know Revati whether she was there. Uncle was definitely not here. So all of us work with 3.
Body, mind.
BMI.
What is that? 3 what?
Body, mind, and
3
intellect.
9. That is that.
Intellect.
No.
No.
3. So 3 of them collectively are called 3
Pillars.
working tools.
Working.
Body, mind, intellect. Body, we perceive the world of objects. I am seeing you. I am perceiving the world of objects. I am seeing that whether the camera is seeing, camera is there. Correct? I am seeing you. With the mind, emotion. Happy, bored, sad, whatever it is, emotions. And with the intellect, thoughts. So what happens? We perceive the world of objects, we feel the world of our emotions, and we think the world of our thoughts. This is how we connect. Now, why you think differently, she thinks differently, she thinks differently? Because I am sharing this. Now, one of the tasks which she has is this. I'll share it with you, you'll share it to all the participants. Every time. Okay? So why you think differently, she thinks differently? There is a given situation in which our tendencies, our imprints, I use the word imprints, are different. You asked me about, she's brought Nepal. Chitra.
Not for everyone also.
You all get it, huh? She says, sir, I have brought for everybody. She gave it to me. Now I said, we don't eat sweets. So my imprint when I am seeing sweet today is different from what it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, but tonight Nepaisan khali. Today no, ek chammach. So the imprint for that is different. So now the world is changed, now my imprints are changing. A time will come, well probably I will not even say, Chitra please taradema, I don't want. So even that one spoon will not go. So imprints are changing, and so imprints of you, me, everybody is always in a state of change. It is dynamic. We are born with something, we develop something else, and we change it over a period of lifetime. Now on the basis of that, those imprints, and that too changes from time to time. Today, now when you are listening to me, your imprints are like, very calm, let us try to understand what it is. What is he's trying to say. Outside, after 5 o'clock, imprints will change. Because there is something else stored from a past memory. Now on the basis of that, the BMI will respond. But all of these, All of these are governed by one common principle in all of us, the Advaita principle. That is the supreme consciousness, which is the same in all of us. If that is not there, hand will not move, eyes will not see, ear will not listen, and tongue will not taste nepaism. Correct? So this is what it is. So the imprints being whatever they are different, but the one enlivening force for everybody is the same. What is running the AC, the tube light, the monitor, everything?
Electricity.
See, where is electricity? The unseen principle called electricity is enlivening all of this. So the unseen principle called God is what is making all this happen for all of us. And that is determined by the home. So we all know this. We'll move ahead. 3 working tools. Body, mind, intellect. With the body, it is same for everyone. Male, female different, they are all organ differences. Correct? So they are organic differences. There are visual differences also. He is handsome. He is ugly. She is beautiful. She is so. Correct? Visual differences. Visual differences ये भी हो सकता है. Somebody doesn't have an eye. Somebody doesn't have a hand. Visual differences. But still, they are all functionally the same. You cannot walk with your hands. There are some very great people who can walk with your hands. You cannot eat with your feet. There are people who don't have hands. They eat with it. But that's all compulsion. But you see with your eyes. You listen with your ears. You hear with your ears. You listen with your intellect. So it's the hardware. Correct? The body is the hardware. And with the body we act. हाथ हिलाया, आँख से देखा, मुंह से बोला. With the mind, it is different for everybody. Each of us have a different mind. And our own mind differs from time to time. Either अभी 4, अभी कितना बजे रजनी चाय देगी? It's a try-mix monkey. Try-mix monkey. 3 mix. क्या क्या है? हाँ अभी देखेंगे. Try-mix monkey. और अपने घर में 4 है. We have 4. बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत सुनो, बुरा मत बोलो, बुरा मत सोचो. So the mind is free flowing ना. अभी इधर से कुछ आया, 4th point आया suddenly. It is free flowing. A new thought will keep coming every moment. It's a data dump. मैंने अभी कुछ बोला, dump. Correct? So we feel with our mind. Whatever is coming, we are only feeling with our mind. With the intellect, it is a rationale. What we receive, we start applying. Have you seen old Chimbur post office में कभी जाके देखो? Chimbur post office में. Post office में कैसे होता है मालूम है? Letter पूरा आ जाता है. कौन सा? 40071. Any letter received will all go done. Data dump. They have to dump it only in this post office. No? Now there are people who are sorters. Sorters will do 11th Road, Subhash Nagar side, 1 docket. 11th Road, Vada Pav side, 1 docket. 12th Road, 1 docket. एक एक करके docket में वो लोग डालेगा. Now there are postmen assigned for each road or bunch of roads. They will pick up from there those dockets what is relevant for them and take it. Our intellect is that sorting master. The post we received there in the post office is the mind, data dump. वो sort करता है क्या करने का क्या नहीं करने का करके. So it discriminates. अभी 11th road वाले को तुम 15th road का लेटर दे देगा. बोला सामने से बोला मैं तेरे को लेटर भेजा अभी तक क्यों नहीं आया? उसका बैग में पड़ा है. Because he took it by mistake. उसका बैग में पड़ा है. So we discriminate. उसके पास जाना चाहिए था कि नहीं? And so the intellect is the decision maker. What to do with that? But what happens with our intellect? डॉक्टर ने बोला आपका शुगर ज़्यादा है, बाहर से शुगर खाने का नहीं. ओके डॉक्टर, घर में गया, चित्र का नहीं पैसा आया, थोड़ा सा लिटिल, एंड आई हैव अ स्वीट टूथ, लिटिल, अरे टुडे चलेगा, 2 more. So what happens? Intellect is already said, sugar is high, no external sugar. Mind says 2 और रजनी नहीं दिख रही है, और so this is what happens, no? This is what happens. We start behaving like that. So the intellect is a super processor. With that we think. How many times we think and act? We say we should think and then we act. Most of the time we simply act. We don't think at all. So this is the now. As the thoughts, so the mind. As the mind, so the man. Thoughts will come to this. Everybody will get the same thoughts. So many people you put up in the group, and then you also put reminders. You also put reminders for today. Thoughts everybody has. As the thoughts, so the mind. Thought आया साथ में ये भी आया. As the mind, so the man. सो गया. आज इसको सुनने का नहीं है. No problem. So try mix monkey. Try mix monkey. What is the nature of the monkey? Nature of the monkey is what? Jumping from one thought to the other. One action to the other. That's the nature of the monkey. Now try mix is, we are all monkeys. We are all monkeys, of course. Historically we are monkeys. There is no question about it. But try mix what? There are three qualities in us. A good, an indifferent, and a bad. We have a good quality. Sometimes we are good, sometimes we are indifferent. Sometimes we want to be willfully bad about something or somebody. All the three qualities are there in all of us. All of us, no exception. It's a trimix monkey. Now who will manage the monkey? Monkey को manage करने वाला कौन है? मदारी. The intellect is the मदारी. हम लोग बचपन में का दुबड़ तैयार वो नाचेगा वो करेगा बोलेगा हाँ इधर से नीचे से उड़ी मारो ऊपर से उड़ी मारो करता था ना बंदर. We used to watch that. उसको 5 पैसा देते थे 10 पैसा देते थे बचपन में ये सब किया है. We are the same monkeys. It is for us to manage our monkey. The trimix monkey which is in us, it is for us to manage. So we will go a little ahead. क्या बात? Not bad. Ego. What is ego? You go. You go. I am right. You go. That is ego. Correct? Einstein says ego is equal to 1 divided by knowledge. 1 divided by knowledge.
Inversely proportional to knowledge.
Inversely proportional to knowledge. Less the knowledge, more the ego. More the knowledge, it starts becoming decimal and decimal and decimal and decimal and decimal. Correct? तो मेरा ego कम होती जाएगा. Knowledge, but many people have ego of knowledge. So then you are no longer knowledgeable. The moment you have ego of my knowledge, then you are no longer knowledgeable. Because knowledge itself should make you wiser. So there is another equation to this. I plus I want is equal to ego. First is me. I. Ego. I want. These two together is what makes ego. Whatever is there, I want. I want happiness. I want you to behave like this with me. I want my fame. I want this position. I want blah, 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 blah. I want. I plus I want is ego. The moment you remove want, only I remain. Correct? Easier, if you remove that, then I going also will become easier. So ego will gradually, ultimately, ego. When ego asserts, Lord vanishes. Who's Lord? That Om principle. Because when ego is there, it is saying, I want. Who's saying, I want? Me, the personality. Me, the personality is saying, I want. So that is ego. When ego vanishes, he is there already. He is already there. You see him only when you remove ego. Otherwise you can't see him, because otherwise you are only seeing you. आईने के सामने खड़ा है. Just get rid of that. So this all simple, but how difficult it is to put it in application. Chota things, small things. Practice in small things, small doses. Once, I did it. Twice, I did it. Thrice, I did it. Joy, because you are able to do it. When you start doing it, does it make you a lesser person?
No.
Does it make you a lesser person because you are no longer that kind of person? Maya. Nahi hai na. Does it make you a lesser person? Actually, you are wanted because there is an aura, there is an energy which comes with you when you start becoming like that. That energy comes with you. When that energy comes with you, everybody wants to be with that energy field. I have given this example earlier. Bolo.
Rice and stools.
That
Bolo.
the opening is below as you
Ah.
filling the rice.
Ah.
You
Ah.
can never
Ah.
fill it fully until the opening is sealed.
No, that's not it.
No, because the rice and the rice. If you only put rice, you'll get rice. But in between, if you put stones in between your journey, after some time, if you do your
That
whole
will come
rice,
out first.
stones have to come
Come
out.
down.
Yeah. So this used to be called parai. Parai in Tamil.
Yeah.
Parai. So whatever nell was made from the field, they remove the husk and the arishi used to be put into the parai. The parai will have a small cork at the bottom. So what after harvest, all the arishi will be put there. Husk is removed. Now along with arishi will come small kanker. So they big households will have people to sort it. They remove the kanker. So they only put the arishi. Now all that kanker which was sorted and it is kept there. Somebody like me, a mischievous fellow like me, comes and I'll put that kanker into the arishi. I'll put all that kanker into the arishi. What will come from down?
Rice and only.
Because rice was already
The
there.
rice was already there.
Then you put after that arishi put by my staff is putting arishi. What will come?
Kanker.
Kanker will come. Because kanker I have already put. Similarly, in life, by our own actions or by somebody else's action, we may put some good, but alongside that, some not so good things also will go inside. The result of that we have to experience. We can't escape. The moment we open the tap, the result will come. So we question the result of the kanker without realizing the cause of the kanker. The cause of the kanker is I put it. Who put it? I don't know who that fellow was. Some mischievous naughty fellow was there. But you are suffering because you have to eat that kanker when you thought it was meant to be rice. Correct? So this is how karma acts. This is how karma acts. Whatever you do, make sure that you are only filling it with goodness. So what is your barrel of rice? Now your barrel of rice is from Khalistan to Khulastan. What is Khalistan?
Empty.
Khulastan?
Open.
See difference? See the difference. Khalistan is a place where you are not welcoming anything. मेरे को खाली रहने का है. Khulastan is I am open to receive. The difference is in the approach to that emptiness. One, emptiness because I choose to remain empty. So I will make a lot of noise because I am empty. Khulastan, I am willing to receive. Receive what? Receive only goodness. Receive goodness. So what is the nature of our mind? Our mind is always thirsty. Our mind is always thirsty for something more. What more? Invariably it is an experience of something good. We want something more, some good more. So it is a quench. So what is the quench? The quench is in filling goodness. Whose action is it? Yes. My own action. I have to fill it with goodness. How can I ask Suresh to come and put it inside? वो जाके कंकर डाल के जाएगा. Correct, no? So मुझे ही करना है. And always keep sublime faith in that supreme power. That is not asking you to have any pain. The Supreme does not want you to have any pain at all because He made you for enjoying this life and realizing that Supreme. But what did you do? You made pain. Pain by my son is giving it. My husband is not doing. My wife is not giving me food. I make pain. All this pain I create. And then after that I am saying, you are not helping me. But I am never connecting with Him. No. I have filled my barrel full of nonsense. and then I'm saying I have to connect with him. वो खुल ही नहीं रहा है, open नहीं है. If it is not open, how I can connect with him? That openness is required. From upadhyaya to swadhyaya. What is upadhyaya?
And when
Upadhyaya.
He is the one who knows everything.
Upa-
Teacher.
upa-
He's a teacher.
Upa,
Principle.
upa,
By beside.
besides.
Yeah.
Adhyaya, learning.
Learning.
So the ancient way of learning was that you sit next to the teacher and you learn. Adhyaya used to happen in front with the guru, upadhyaya. Swadhyaya, swa adhyaya. So once you start learning whatever you have learned, whatever little you have learned, start applying it. Once you start applying it, you will realize the value of what you have learned, and then you will want to come back to quenching the questioning mind. I want to learn more. I want to learn more so that I can apply more. Our problem is we listen, we hear, we read, all that happens. Outside after the chai and biscuit, अरे आज किधर जाने का था, कितना टाइम हो गया यार वो. Mind diverts itself. Nature, it's not a complaint. This is our mind. If we go after this, after 5 o'clock, we have to 3-4 things to do. We will go. But does it change our inner makeup? In the inner makeup, whatever we learned should become a part of our swadhyaya. That is important. So fill the barrel with only goodness. Rice.
no concur like Suresh Subramanian.
Very smart. Okay, I will give you some stories.
Because you kept on telling that, that's why.
I'm very good. At least now you remember that I used to do it. So now when you understand, in a different context, all this is what I have spoken earlier, but in a different context we are understanding this. Theory of evolution, Charles Darwin. What did he say? That human being started from this ape to what it is. इधर तक तो आदमी ठीक था, सीधा सीधा चल रहा है. हाथ में मोबाइल आ गया तो ऐसा हो गया. ये हाथ में मोबाइल है. मोबाइल आने तक वो सीधा था, मोबाइल आगे उड़ेंगे. So we were the first life form which came to the world was stone, volcanic eruptions. Correct? From stones, fossils developed. From fossils, plants came out. From plants, insects were born into plants because of fossilization. So those insects became animals. Animals grew intelligence and they became man. So what is man? Man and animal, the difference is man is intelligent. So man is an intelligent animal. Otherwise we are from here only, no? If we were not this, we would not have reached here. But today, even man, you have a stone man. Stone man meaning not the stone man of those ages. Stone man meaning मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Immune to anything. So they are not evolved people, no? They are उसको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता मेरे को कहाँ नहीं उन्हें वेले नहीं मंडल है. आते नाल काशी संभल चुकोंडुआ. Hey, there are people like that. Correct? So they are stone men. And then there are plant men. What do plants want? Plants want that you nourish them so that they will grow, and the nature will act as the catalyst. So you will have to provide them manure, you provide them water, and nature will nourish them. There are people like that. You look after me. You look after me. मेरे को क्या करने का? There are many people in society like that. I mean, even among the latest group of protesters, there are people that it is my matter of right. My matter of right. It is your job to provide for me. It is your job to look after me. भाई बाबा तुमको कुछ काम नहीं करने का क्या? There are people like that. And then there are animal men. How do animals survive? By killing each other. So you have animal man. He will survive by knocking down somebody else. उसका मैं छीन लेगा. Parasites. उसका मैं छीन लेगा. So there are animal men. And then there are very rare people who are man. Who are very few. Who understand this entire process. Who want to live the life of nobility. Live the life of goodness. This theory of evolution is applicable even today. ये तकदीर की बात है. तकदीर की बात है क्या? Why people are like this? Is it
Very
because of
well
this?
put, sir. This old man. I never thought like that.
But is this तकदीर की बात? This that he is stone man, he is man, he is plant man, he is animal man. Is it the तकदीर की बात?
No.
Why? Then what is it?
No, in a way, it is like, as you say, no, it is all about your childhood and everything.
Yeah, some
Makes that
characters.
certain imprints in your
Yeah,
life makes you
but-
a person as you are.
Then how will you change?
It's difficult.
No, it is difficult. I am not saying it is
Basic
difficult.
characters like very strong.
So you will say,
It's very difficult to change.
you will say स्वाभाविक करके छोड़ देगा.
No, he tried.
नहीं,
You try.
But
I am not talking about you.
We have to keep trying.
We have
in
to
that
Help that person.
Help that
We help that person
Yeah.
as much as we
But
can.
sometimes-
can.
Beyond the point, it is not possible. Your help is not sufficient.
Yeah.
It's not possible also.
No.
sometimes.
No.
Because
At times,
you
yes.
exhaust.
Yeah, it
You
is.
get
exhausted.
Correct?
No, but that's what we keep trying as hard as possible. I mean, how much we can try, and if it works to some extent, also we have achieved something.
So they see this.
Manga Gopa.
See, first तकदीर की बात. Song I will share with you. You may not remember the song. तकदीर है क्या मैं क्या जानूं, तकदीर है क्या मैं क्या जानूं, मैं आशिक हूँ तदबीरों का. तदबीर is effort. So when you put effort only, you can change destiny. Destiny is that which comes your way. Prarabdha, Purushartha. Prarabdha, that which comes your way. Purushartha, that which you do with what comes your way.
Self-effort.
Self-effort. So what comes your way? My child. He is just not listening to me. He is not growing. But it is my duty. Because it has come to me as a duty to empower him, educate him, make him feel better about himself. Little bit, if I can make an iota of a difference. Because ultimately, realization happens within.
Yeah.
What you are giving from outside is only impetus. What you are giving from outside is only a chavi. Realization happens within. But if I don't give the chavi, how will it happen? That is what that person is here. You take your son and put him into some wonderful residential school. And then you say the teacher is supposed to do it. What about you? Correct? So this is something which we need to understand. Our role is there. When I am talking in the context of that, our role is there. But ultimately, tadbir, self-effort is of that person. जो मांगा वो पाया. So what you will ask is what you will get. You will not get something just because you did not ask. You wanted. I didn't ask. You gave. What you will ask is what you will get. So you need to understand the direction of where you want to go and ask for that. So this, remember this?
Yeah.
The Om principle is this. The divine light. This is my BMI, the prism of my life. Now if this is not clean, will the rainbow come from here? It will not come, no. So if I keep my BMI clean, when Om goes through me, when divinity goes through me, everything I do will be divine. Everything I do will be colorful. Everything I do will be useful to me and useful to others. This is the principle. We'll just talk a few things about from my book. Cocktail. What is the job of a barman? Mix. Correct? Mixed drinks. So if you sometimes tell him 30 ml vodka, 15 ml rum, 15 ml whiskey, a dash of lime, one, what is that thing?
Tequila.
नहीं, I'm just saying. मैं कुछ भी बोल रहा हूँ. ऐसे ही बोल रहा हूँ.
There is a drink.
I don't know. I'm just saying. And put वो leaf, ये आता है ना क्या leaf? Basil leaf. And no soda, plain water, not cold water. I have told him. Now I tell him जो तुमको बनाने का बना. So I told him how the drink has to be made. He will make and give me because this is what I wanted. So I will drink. Now I told him तुमको जो बनाने का बना के दे दो. He will put a bundle of anything. बोला अच्छा है क्या है ये? बोला अभी नहीं बोलेगा पियो. पिया, थोड़ी देर बाद में और एक दिन पियो, नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग ऑफिस जाने का नहीं, हेलो sick leave, because you did that. So you allowed somebody to make your cocktail. Our mind is also a cocktail. Sometimes good thoughts, sometimes indifferent thoughts, sometimes hateful thoughts, sometimes lustful thoughts, sometimes greedy thoughts, sometimes jealousy thoughts, all kinds of thoughts. Now you put 20 ml jealousy, 15 ml greed, 30 ml hatred. Cocktail जो बनेगा also it will be monstrous cocktail. So instead I am saying 15 ml kindness, 30 ml patience, 25 ml tolerance, balanced love. What will be the cocktail? So that is the way we must build our cocktail. Amrit, we have to build. Nobody else will build it for us. थोड़ा सा डालो इधर से, like how you cook. थोड़ा सा डालो. Nice things. पंजाब
कुकिंग में भी वो है ना, सब डालते हैं बट वो प्यार में
प्यार नहीं तो नहीं आएगा ना, अच्छा नहीं आएगा ना. Are you a frog in the well or a fish in the ocean? Explain. Frog in the well. Frogs are amphibious. So they can be on the land, they can be in water also. But a frog in the well never comes out also. It's a frog in the well. The frog thinks that is the world. So it will not even venture out to see what is happening outside. Now, do we want to remain like that? Because the world is so big, there is so much to know, there is so much to experience in the world. Unless we come out of the well, we will not know that. And if you go to the ocean, in the ocean, there are different kinds of fish. So what is the principle in the ocean? The big fish eats small fish. So the small fish will not go to near a big fish which is likely to eat it. But they can attack, no? Because when they are hungry, they will come and attack. They will eat the small fish also. The easiest targets are fish like squids because they are easy to eat. Rope. Andar chala gaya. Now, this is all on the surface of the ocean. Now, go deeper into the ocean. Have you done snorkeling, deep sea diving? Anybody has done deep sea diving? Correct? I did it with Priyanka. So, deep sea diving, when you go, you find exotic marine life, really exotic marine life. Now those, they wonder. You should see videos, watch videos also. You will understand. They're wonderful. Now those are many. There are many. But they run in a family. But you will find in that also some single varieties, which are only one or two. Correct? Those kind of marine life, very rare. Okay. Now those rare, just keep that in mind. So that is one rare thing. Now have you gone on a yacht on this ocean and seen that there are some fish which just fly and pop inside?
Yeah.
They fly and pop inside. They are also very rare. They pop up and they vanish. They pop up and they vanish. I give you an example of the man. Man, I give you an example a little while earlier. They are like those fish. They just pop up in our vision sometimes. Some wonderful person we experience. Hey, what kind of a person we experience? Then they vanish. Oh, किधर गया? मालूम नहीं किधर गया. जहाँ से आया, वहाँ चला गया. They are like those rare species of fish that we see inside our marine life. So, do we want to be like that or like the frog in the well? Choice is ours. Choice is ours. If we make the choice, we will be like that. We will start becoming like that. We may be in a crowd of wonderful fish, but yet we can make an identity for ourselves. It's all left to us how we make an identity for ourselves. Our choice, our पुरुषार्थ. 10th Guru. Who is the 10th Guru of Sikhs? Guru Gobind Singh. Yes, you're right. Unhesitatingly. He said there will be no more Gurus. There are no more Gurus in Sikhs. He was the 10th Guru and he said there will be no more Gurus in Sikhs. There will only be Jathedas. Their job is, Granth Sahib will be the Guru.
Yeah.
Granth Sahib is the Guru. So whatever is there in the Granth Sahib, the Jathedar's job is to ensure that that is taught. Sikhs don't have Gurus. So when he had this great fight with the Afghans, Guru Gobind Singh, 10 lakh people against 40. Guru Gobind Singh's army was only 40 and they were 10 lakhs. So this famous quote, he said, "Sawa lakh to ek ladawa, ta Gobind Singh naam kahawa." So I will make 1% fight with 1,25,000 people. That is the kind of thing that he said. So in Kabir Wani, Kabir is having this saying, तीर तुपक से, this is what is saying, तीर तुपक से जो लड़े सो तो शूर न होए. तीर तुपक, तुपक, gun. From ammunition or from any ammunition, somebody fight, he is not a shur. Who is a shur? Maya taji bhakti kare, sur kahave soye. Maya taji, illusion. You give up illusion. Bhakti kare, because bhakti to that one power. Because if that one power was not there, Govind Singh would not have been able to say, "Sawa lakh to ek ladawa tha Govind Singh naam ka." If that one power is there, that one power is supreme to anything. Tumhara number kitna bhi rehne do. So that courage, the person, he is the shurveer. He is the person who is the warrior. He is the person who will win. But these are all things for us to learn. Good to study, but learn and apply. Be Nanak. How Sikhism came? Do you know how Sikhism came? Nanak was also a Hindu.
Yeah.
Buddha was also a Hindu. What happened? That time, society of that time, there was a lot of people, these Brahminical forces, they say that हमको मालूम है, तुमको मालूम करने का हक नहीं है. The caste system of that time was misused, no? What is the caste system? Can anybody say what is the caste system? What exactly is the caste system?
Brahmins, Kshatriyas,
Divisions between
Vaishyas and Shudras.
Yeah, but what is
They
it?
were initially
Varnas.
Varna system.
Varnas, yeah. They were initially as enablers of the society as a group. They were, and each was considered equal only. But because of the misinterpretation,
Why misinterpretation?
the Brahmins, Brahmins,
मैं बड़ा है.
yeah, मैं बड़ा है.
So इसका एक background if you understand, there are 4 Varnas. Kshatriya, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. All of them were meant to do specific jobs. The job of a Kshatriya was to protect. The job of a Brahmin was to learn and teach. The job of a Vaishya was to run trade. And the job of a Shudra was to do everything else. Today in our economy, 50% of our economy runs on service. So we are all Shudras. We are all in service industry. We are all Shudras. Who can we say we? How can we say we are Brahmins? You are a Brahmin only when you learn and you share knowledge. What happened was, in kingdoms, for anything which is auspicious or important to do, the king will always ask the Brahmin. Consulting. So the consulted thought that the consulting is the biggest job of that time. So the consulted thought that there is nobody bigger than me, not even the ruler. So that went into degradation. So at that time is when Nanak came. And he brought in this entire idea of love being at the heart of human interaction. No distinction, no discrimination, only love. Now what he says is, doing good for the larger population. Larger population meaning, whatever I do good for me. Can I give something in charity if I don't have? I want to give in charity. You say, supposing you are running an NGO, so 8 lakh rupees donation चाहिए. my salary is 8,000 rupees. मैं 1 लाख रुपए दे नहीं सकता हूँ. Correct? I want to give. So how can I give? If I empower myself to earn more legitimately, to earn more, and from that I have the money available. After keeping aside whatever I need, I'm having the money available to give it on charity. Only when I have something can I give something. So for me to have something, I must acquire knowledge, money, goodness, love. I must acquire. Love is our inner nature. So I must allow that to come. And then when I give, I will give in abundance and I will get in abundance. This is exactly the principle that Nanak brought up. Bhagavad Gita. Finally, all of this comes from where? In Bhagavad Gita, there is chapter 14. How many of you are familiar with Bhagavad Gita? You are familiar. Okay? Chapter 14 is Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Guna, quality. Traya, 3. Vibhaga, division. Guna, Traya, Vibhaga Yoga. So what are the 3 gunas?
Sattvic, Sattvic,
So can you say that you are Sattvic, I am Rajasic, she is Tamasic?
What does it mean?
it's all.
There are 3 qualities. Guna. Sattvic is called the good and pure. Rajasic is called the aspiratory, action oriented, and Tamasic is the dull, ignorant, indolent. So these are the 3 qualities. But can you say that I am Sattvic, she is Rajasic, she is Tamasic? Why?
Because all of us
All of us
have
have
a
all
little
the-
bit of everything at every moment.
Go ahead. I want to listen to you. You're saying something, so go
Yeah,
ahead.
this only I was saying that only means in every all of us these 3 qualities are there. Little bit of it is there imbibed in us.
Imbibe, it's fixed.
No, it's not fixed, but then like we should know how to
And it's
use
situational
it.
also.
No. Is it for example you are saying, take me for instance. I am saying I am 37.5% Sattvic. Just 24.5% Rajasic. And for the balance I am Tamasic. Can I say that?
No.
will
You
keep
cannot
changing.
say like that.
Yeah.
Keep
It is
changing.
dynamic.
Yeah.
It is very dynamic. At any given moment, it is changing. It is evolving in all of us. So there is nothing called a fixed qualitative attribute of a person at every time. No.
And it's not good to be fixed also.
It's not your choice. And it is not your choice at all. You can't say I am fixing it. Hey, इधर एक बाउंड्री बांधा है, मैं इसके ऊपर नहीं जाएगा. नहीं कर सकते हो. We are like that by the world of experiences that we encounter, by the world of thoughts that we encounter. Correct? So now if you look at it like that, now this is Krishna saying, he is telling Arjuna, what is he saying? The total material substance, Prakriti, is the womb I impregnated with individual souls, and thus all living beings are born. For all the species of life that are produced, the material nature is the womb, and I am the seed-giving father. This is what Krishna is telling Arjuna. Now let us look at it from medical perspective. A child is born, obviously from the womb of the mother, and from the seed of the father. Simple, normally understandable. Now the child is born. So the prakriti of the child is now determined by that womb and the seed given by the father. Prakriti, the nature of the person. Now, is that nature of that child fixed forever? No. The nature of the child is what that child develops as its journey of life unfolds. So when we say that nature is Prakriti, Prakriti is the womb in which God has given the seed from which the entire child, the individual souls, various things, various forms of life, individuals, plants, animals, everything, they are all born. Their own effort is what makes their qualitative changes over a period of time. So that quality bundle that we develop is something which develops by our self-effort. There is definitely a germane quality which is there with that womb. So when I asked right in the beginning, we said, me and my siblings are not the same. We are different, even though we are from the same nature.
So it's like an inborn character.
There is something, a bundle with which I am coming, no? I am coming with a bundle and I will go wherever I am carrying that bundle with me. That bundle is what I will give you.
So the upbringing, doesn't completely matter. So it is also to do
No,
with
upbringing
the-
matters because what the upbringing will give is goodness. You are making that life understand the value of rice. The value of rice as compared to the value of kanker or husk. You are giving that life that value. As you give that, it is for that life to pick up those values and live those values. You can only provide the material for the castle to be built. The castle has to be built by everybody by themselves. Material is available from everywhere. Material you take and what you use is left to your choice.
Even
You-
the environment will bring change.
Yeah.
Everything.
When you say, I give an example, you send your child to residential school and you say, forget it. No. What the child gets there, the environment it gets there, the kind of care it gets, the kind of people it gets, will also determine the makeup of that child, no?
Yeah.
So we cannot abdicate, nor can we say you are responsible or they are responsible. It is the entire nature, circumstance which is available for the child which makes that matter. I am not going into the slokam. O mighty and Arjuna, the material energy consists of 3 gunas. So which means now you are saying Prakriti consists of 3 gunas. That is Sattva, goodness, Rajas, passion, Tamas, ignorance. These modes bind the eternal soul to the perishable body. So I came from one Prakriti with some bundle. So I am now bound. The energy and me are bound. What I change, as you said, dynamic. What I change within me is left to me. I had one friend of mine. I used to be even now I'm very active. Why do I do all these things? Because my mind is always active, so wanting to do something good. So it is Rajasic with a Sattvic bent of mind. I am Rajasic. I want to do a lot of things. Passion is there that I want to do a lot of things. But for what? For goodness. There are many people who are Rajasic with Tamas as there. किसको उसको मारने गए? मैं मारेगा ना? कितना मारने गए? हड्डी तोड़ने गए? वो मुन्ना भाई बोलो कितना तोड़ने गए? अरे तेरे को मालूम है क्या सर्किट? अरे ह्यूमन बॉडी में क्या 250 के ऊपर तो हड्डी है. हम लोग तोड़ते तो मालूम पड़ता है क्या? Exactly. अपना काम क्या है? कितना तोड़ने का? हाथ तोड़ने का हाथ ठीक है, हाथ तोड़ देता है. पैर तोड़ने का हाथ है, पैर तोड़ देता है. So this is Rajasic with a Tamasic bent of mind. Correct? So long after we are born from the womb of our mother, we build our own personalities by our own self-effort. So we can choose the effort that we give.
The effort belongs to us.
Effort is entirely ours. Last slide. Those who are alike in happiness, what should be our quality? Now this will become a debate and I wanted to talk about this. Those who are alike in happiness and distress, established in the self meaning supreme, who look upon a clod means a clay, a stone, piece of gold of equal value, remaining the same amidst pleasant and unpleasant events, who accept both blame and praise with equanimity, who remain the same in honor and dishonor, treating both friend and foe alike, they are said to have risen above the 3 gunas. Try.
Very difficult.
Try. So, but how will you do it? Little while ago, the question came, no? Somebody is doing something unfair to you, unjust to you, and beyond the point of explanation, you are unable to do anything. What will you do? You will step away. You will step away without letting that affect you. You step away is not only one thing. Because what's the point in remaining in an energy field which is only going to make you feel worse about yourself, or worse about somebody else, or worse about the energy in the place? Why? क्यों रहने के उधर से? हट जाएगा। जिस गली में तेरा घर न हो बालमा, उस गली से हमें तो गुजरना नहीं। Simple. So you move away. Now in moving away, are you becoming wiser? Yes. Are you treating that person as a foe? No. Are you treating that person as a friend? Not at all. Hey, a jiva. A jiva is there. That jiva is doing like this, so it doesn't trouble you. So this way you build good success and failure. Success and failure. Virat Kohli, first ball, tuck, duck, gaya piche. Virat Kohli, 240 runs. Does it make a difference? Game is a game. Yeah, you are happy, but next game is a new game. First ball में वापस जा सकता है. So you must be in a position to accept both these situations, like a sports person. Sports persons do that, no? Javelin throw करता है, अभी चल रहा है कॉमनवेल्थ गेम. Javelin throw किया, जो भी है, वो बोलते हैं मैं अभी नहीं जीता, मेरे आगे किसी और ने मार दिया. Does it make him feel worse? Oh, I could have done a little better. Maybe when I did that, I did not twist completely properly. You will start thinking about what mistake you made so that next time you won't repeat it. But you can't feel bad about the person who went ahead of you. That's a sports person. That is the attitude that we need to build. So I am stopping here. My gunas are over. Now you can talk about your gunas. So you can speak whatever you want to speak. I want Revati, JR. बात करो.
I appreciate the way you removed all those film ka and all those real good words. And I was just thinking so much trouble you took to do all this.
No, it is important. See,
ಅದಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮೈಂಡ್ ಬರೋದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. That is another great quality in you.
No, I did
That
a-
will strike us to bring those things.
That's the passion.
Passion.
I did a 40 session Zoom class on Bhagavad Gita not about 3 years ago. 40 sessions. I finished all the 18 chapters. And in all the sessions, there were some Hindi film song. At the end of it, when the Swamiji was, whom I mentioned about, the Swamiji, he did the valedictory. So, my uncle who did this painting, no, he was there in that talk. So, he said, Swamiji, I never knew that Hindi film songs and Bhagavad Gita go hand in hand like this. Because he has brought so many songs into this.
Somehow I really wonder the wealth of their writing.
No, but you understand one thing, like you and me, they are all people, right?
Yeah.
Now they also understand Kannadasan. Kannadasan was the greatest exponent of Hinduism. And he was an agnostic before he did this. Correct? So they are people who are read, understand and understood and then are able to articulate that in a manner, in a poetic manner. So it's something remarkable.
Even Sahir Ludhiana.
Everybody for that matter. Kannadasan I said because it comes easily to mind. He has written a book, Arthamulla Hindu Madam. Beautiful. Done? Any more talking?
Yes, Sadhu Murthy.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. You have a task, Chitra, now.
Yeah, I know.
No, listen. You can ask people who are participating to tell me what subject they want me to talk about. I choose a subject and you asking me to choose a subject is totally different. It's a challenge I'm willing to take. So, and Chitra is a coordinator now for our Walk the Talk. Every month she will be in touch with you people. So we will have all their phone numbers. You can send messages directly also.